Dwayne Johnson does that, huh? That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Why is that funny? Because, you know, the whole wrestling name
Yeah.
thing.
The-
Wow.
yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin. No. It's
No. Hey guys, my name's Dan, and apparently there's my dog Buddy just sort of chilling there in the background. Didn't really notice him until now. Today's reaction is another pitch meeting. This one is for Jungle Cruise. Now, this is yet another movie Disney has made based off of Rant, and even though it was very entertaining, there were some moments that were very interesting to say the least, and not so great at all. So I'm going to let Ryan do his thing. I'm going to try not to interrupt him too much, so I do apologize in advance for that. And I will give my overall opinion and maybe hit on some things that Ryan may or may not have missed at the very end. So before we get into it though, if you haven't already, please go over and support Screen Rant and Ryan George's channels. I'll leave both of those links along with the link to the original video in the description. And as you guys can see, we just hit 6,000 subscribers. Appreciate you for that. But we are not stopping there, looking to get on to 7,000 subscribers one day. And for all you pitch meeting fans out there, not only by subscribing will you help me get there, but also give you access to future and past pitch meeting reactions that I've already done. And it's super easy to do. First, you just go right below this video, get that like button some love, and then click that big red button there. And without any further ado, let go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So, you remember how Disney used to make a bunch of money off the Pirates of the Caribbean movies? Yeah, I do. Well, I figure it's about time we try to recapture that magic. Oh, we rebooting Pirates already? Well, yeah, obviously we're gonna be doing that extremely soon, but I was thinking we could make another movie based on another theme park ride. Oh, even though we've tried that a couple of times and it's turned out horribly, that sounds like a great idea. So which ride should we do a movie about? Jungle Cruise. Oh, you just said the word hold on, I'm gonna have to take a phone call. Okay. Hello? What's going on? Yes, no, absolutely. You can be, you know, the movie's yours. It always is. Okay? So yeah, congrats on the movie. What was that about? It's Dwayne Johnson. He's got eyes and ears everywhere, and at the mere mention of a jungle in the movie, he's all over it. What?
That's fair.
Why? Nobody knows why, but he's very aggressive about it. He's got to be in jungle movies. Well, what about the Jungle Book? He wasn't in that. Shh, no, he thinks he was. What? He thinks he was the voice of Baloo. That was Bill Murray. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was Dwayne Johnson. Okay, it's not like he can sue you or anything, though. No, but he'll raise an eyebrow at me, and I don't like how that makes me feel. Okay, anyway, this movie takes place during World War I, right? And we're gonna meet this botanist lady named Lily. Right. And she wants to get these petals from this mythical South American tree, because she can then use those to save thousands of lives. Okay. And so along with her brother McGregor, they go to South America and hire this guy Frank to guide them. So a scientist lady and her brother hire a guy to guide them towards a mythical thing. That sounds kind of like The Mummy. Yeah, it's kind of like The Mummy, except, hey, shut up. No, it's not. Oh my God. Yeah, this is its own thing. I mean, other than the fact that it's also based on a ride like Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, yeah, but that's the only way it's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Sure. And, you know, also in that one of the main characters is a captain, and most of the movie takes place on water. Gotcha. And that there's a big wacky escape scene near the beginning where they get onto the boat and head out to the adventure. And that there's an undead bad guy who wants revenge on the captain. Right. Okay, sure.
Sounds exactly like Pirates. Go on.
Bad guy's been cursed along with his crew and they can't die. Yeah, all right. That's Pirates, all right. And this guy and his crew have been cursed for so long that they've kind of merged with their environment. Yeah, that's just like Davy Jones's crew. Well, see, they merged with ocean stuff. These guys are gonna merge with jungle stuff, so it is pretty different.
Yeah, totally.
Other than that, this has nothing in common with the
No,
Pirates
not at
movies.
all.
Nothing. All right. I mean, all right, okay.
Okay. All right.
Also, there's a twist where you find out that the fun captain guy is also cursed and undead. Okay.
Oh, come on now!
Nope. So anyway, we're gonna meet this evil German prince guy, and he also wants to find this magical tree. Why? Evil purposes. Oh no! And so he goes and uncovers these cursed conquistadors who have like turned to stone in the jungle, and he releases them. Oh, releasing cursed conquistadors is tight. Okay, kind of weird that you already had an opinion on that.
Yeah.
So basically, Lily and McGregor and this guy Frank have to go down this super dangerous river while being chased by an evil German guy and these evil pirates. Oh, dang it. No, not pirates. So what kind of stuff are they going to get up to? Oh, well, Lily's going to keep bringing out this film camera and filming stuff with it, making little films. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, she's going to talk about how film has the power to capture real moments, you know, but also that it can't compare to the real thing, you know, the real rainforest. Oh, that's a very nice sentiment. Just to be clear, though, this is all going to be CGI on green screen, okay? Oh, we can't get any shots of the real real rainforest. No, that's on fire. Right, of course.
Yeah.
So what else happens? Well, at a certain point, they're gonna get attacked by these cursed guys, right? And it's gonna get really intense, this big fight scene. Oh, it is? Yeah, the main guy's face is gonna split open and snakes are gonna come out of his weird decomposing dead skull. Oh my god, that's extremely disturbing. Also, we gotta give children some nightmares, or what are we even doing here? That's a good point. Wait, no, what? And there's this other guy that's made of bees, and he's gonna get like shot in the face, and it's not gonna do anything to him. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to take that guy out. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, somebody hits him with a golf club, and so, you know, that does the trick. How come a club works, but a gun didn't? Unclear. So
because of a joke that was made earlier.
in the middle of that fight, Frank is gonna get stabbed and fall from super high up. Oh no. Yeah, it's pretty rough, but so later he's gonna be fine, and so Lily and McGregor are like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm cursed. So what does that mean? Well, it turns out his real name is Francisco, and he's about 400 years old, and he was part of that Spanish crew that got cursed. Oh. And so this curse says that they can never leave sight of the river, and so that's why Frank has been living in this little town. A very intense curse. Oh, so do we need to get Dwayne Johnson to do a Spanish accent or something? No, we'll just go with the idea that he learned perfect American English while only living by this river in South America, and that nobody around the town noticed that the hugely muscular man never aged for several centuries. Exactly. That works for me. So Frank actually trapped those other guys in the jungle, because even though they were close like brothers, they kind of went crazy and killed people, so he stood up to them. Gotcha. So how does Lily react to finding out that Frank is actually a 400-year-old Spanish guy? Well, she's like, let's break the curse, and then you could come back to London with me. And he's like, no, I'd rather die. Oh, savage. No, but it's like, it's kind of like in an endearing way, like he's lived so long, he's just like, you know? Oh, a very jellical motivation. So later they're gonna find out where this tree's supposed to be, and Lily's gonna have to swim, only she doesn't know how to. Oh boy. And she's gonna get trapped underwater, so Frank's gonna keep exhaling into her mouth to stop her from drowning. So part of the curse is that he exhales oxygen. Sure, yeah, I don't care. Okay. And so then they're gonna find the magical tree, but so do all the bad guys, so there's gonna be this big crazy fight. Oh boy. And so then Frank realizes that if he blocks off the access to the river, then he and the other cursed bad guys will turn to stone, and Lily will be able to escape with the pedal. Ah, he's gonna sacrifice himself. Yeah, and the other guys are like, please don't do this. This is a fate worse than death. This is like torture for eternity. Please don't do this. Oh my god. But then Frank does it anyway, so he turns into a rock. Dwayne Johnson does that, huh? That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Why is that funny? Because, you know, the whole wrestling name thing. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin. No. And so then Lily uses the magic pedal to save Frank's life and bring him back from the curse. Wasn't she gonna use that for research and help save thousands of lives? She was, yeah. But instead she uses it to save a 400-year-old guy who kept talking about how much he doesn't want to be alive. That's right. That's okay. But don't worry, sir. After she saves them, another pedal pops out, so she can do all that life-saving research anyway. She didn't know that was gonna happen, though.
No, not a clue.
Enough. So did they do the right thing and break the curse for the other guys too? No, he leaves them to a fate worse than death for all eternity. I mean, they could at least break the curse so they can die. Yeah, but no, instead he leaves them to a fate worse than death for all eternity. Oh, very harsh. Yeah, anyway, so then we get to
mean, they did slaughter like entire tribes. So.
Dwayne Johnson wear a little top hat. That is something I really want to see now that you mention it. Same here. And so then the movie is over. What do you think? Oh, it sounds like a big fun adventure movie, you know? Yeah. Sounds like something that was made for the big screen. Definitely.
And yeah, that's that's how I ended up watching it. So there's a lot to unpack here. There are a lot of things that he didn't get into. This time around, I did make up a document to sort of take notes as I was watching this movie. Here we go. The first thing that I noticed, which was actually at the very beginning, is there's a little tune being played there, a little instrumental, if you will. And it's also played throughout the movie at certain points, and it's actually Metallica's Nothing Else Matters. It deviates a little bit from the original. I think that's just because they want to avoid any sort of copyright issues, any sort of licensing fees, so they can put more and more money into the CGI. But I felt that was really cool because I'm a Metallica fan, I'm a metalhead, so I always appreciate stuff like that. Then we see the guy, Lily's brother, sort of explaining how this prophecy works, how this whole the flower thing works, and it seems like the plot of another Pirates movie. Little did I know how much like a Pirates movie it was going to be. Then we get to where we meet The Rock's character, and he's actually showing all these people like around this little jungle. And this is actually the closest to the ride that we can see, because there are various different points where it's obvious that have all these paid actors, all of these different things that you would normally see in the Jungle Cruise ride. Then we have the point where The Rock's character meets Lily. And from the very beginning, it's just like, oh my god, how dare a woman wear pants? Like, I get that point being mentioned a few different times or whatever, but it got to the point where The Rock's character literally called her pants throughout the entire movie. They really drove it home just how much of a sin apparently it was for women to wear pants. Like, I get a few times, haha, funny, that's the time that they live in, but they really drove that one home. But then there was actually like this very great moment in the movie, right? Because Lily's brother and The Rock's character, they have this conversation, right? And he talks about how he's basically casted out from his family, from everyone except for Lily, because the fact that he was gay. And it was such a warming and just a moment of acceptance, because he accepted him for who he was. You know, it was like this whole like little cheers moment, like here's to you, like good for you for coming out, like this is wonderful. But then a little later on, The Rock gets stabbed, looks like he's dead. He's not, and they have to get the dagger out of him. And then there was a point where Lily's brother was trying to help. He was trying to get the dagger out of him. And The Rock was very like, no, I don't want that to happen. And Lily's brother said, and I quote, "Give it a wiggle, pop around the back, and give it once over." And like he's just like, no, please don't do that. And then also, makes a joke to Lily and saying like, "Oh, hi, is this your first time?" Another sex joke. It wouldn't be a Disney movie if there was hidden sex jokes throughout the movie. So moving forward, apparently bees can read maps. There was a point to where, once the main protagonist, or the antagonist rather, is trying to get help from all of The Rock's character's former friends. One who was made up of bees, and apparently he's like, "Oh, is it there? Oh, is it there?" And everybody there is just like looking at him like, is this guy crazy? Which is like apparently supposed to be us at that point in time. And then there's the fact of like once she learned that he was a 400-year-old man, because there was points throughout this little cruise to where there was something there, right? There was a little something there, but nothing quite went over the top until after she found out that he was over 400 years old, and then all of a sudden, feelings were there. That's just why I sort of like made that motion. Like I was like, how do they deal with finding that out? Well, apparently for Lily, that was developing feelings, and that's super weird for a woman to, of her age, to fall for a man who was over 400 years old, who, if they were related, would be the great. I mean, I don't even want to know how many greats there were there. And then, of course, at the end, as Ryan said, The Rock's character basically sacrificed himself so Lily could have the flower, only for Lily to be like, nah, that's cool, I'm going to let you have it. And they sort of walk away, right? They're not even sure if it's going to work because, it's something that's unproven. And then The Rock just breaks out of it. He's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. But by doing that, apparently another flower just sprouts out, and it's like, oh, so what was the whole point of that sacrifice? That was going to be a nice moment. Granted, the cat was going to be incredibly sad, and I didn't want the cat to be sad. I was so sad for the cat, because because the cat's essentially a pet at that point. And whenever a pet loses its owner, they're incredibly sad. Sometimes they don't even do anything. They don't move until they die. And that's also incredibly sad as well. So I guess that part was fine only for that, I guess, but didn't really make much sense for his sacrifice in the story. And then, again, the very ending of it, The Rock is wearing his little top hat, and once again, even still, calls her pants. So, with that said, as I stated in the very beginning of the movie was very fun, very entertaining, but there were just some points where it was just like, oh, okay, did they really just do that? Or did they really just say that? So that will do it for me here, but before I go though, we're going to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon: Marvin Espinoza, Cruising, Wolverine 310, Kefster, Cronage, and Amber K. Thank you all so very much. And if you too like to have your name read at the end of each and every one of my videos, plus many other fun goodies, please head on over to patreon.com. The link will be right there and in the description. And with that being said, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about Jungle Cruise. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. You want to see past reacts and other pitch meetings, you'll click right over there. You want another pitch meeting reaction, you go click right over there. And if you want to subscribe for more, you can click right there. And I will see you guys next time.